Sorry about the setup, guys. I forgot to bring my tablet stand. But, what's up, my YouTube people? My very first video to Gamers Hub. This name might sound really fucking retarded, but, you know what? I like it. If you guys want to know what this channel's about, it's about gaming talk. It's basically gaming news, facts, maybe what you need to know. I'll definitely, like, this video, what this one's about is welcome to my channel video. Sorry guys, you guys probably can't really see them. Sorry to kind of pause it, but if you ever see me like this, there's tons of mosquitoes. Because obviously I'm out here in the woods. There's tons of fucking mosquitoes. So I'm sorry if you guys see me keep on, smacking or waving around. It's because of mosquitoes. There's legit thousands. That was just a bat. I just saw a bat fly over me. Okay, anyways. So this video is actually about Rainbow Six Siege. You guys probably have heard or played, maybe even you own it. The game Rainbow Six Siege. It's now 2018. The game's been out for a little while now. I believe it was 2015 was when the release on it was. But it's grown a lot. They're still doing updates, meaning thousands, if not, I'm pretty sure they hit 30 million. So there's still like, maybe 25 million now players that still play it daily, because they always have updates. There's actually one that just dropped exactly a week ago, exactly 7 days ago, an update just dropped. But basically what we're talking about here is map knowledge. If you've never had the game, but you play Call of Duty, basically just kind of an argument over all the assholes that think that Call of Duty adds up to Rainbow. Now, Call of Duty is a great game. I'm not criticizing Call of Duty. Call of Duty is fucking great. Call of Duty is honestly great. I'm just saying that compared to Rainbow Six Siege, this is more of a realistic sort of tactical, thing. People that go on that game and, I'll say stuff like, "Whoa, dude, you're really good. You must have had this game for a little while." Not that I really say that, but, other people do. And then they say, "Oh, no, actually, I just play a lot of Call of Duty." Like, it gets me pissed off. Because even if it is partly why they're good, it's Call of Duty. It's legit has nothing, like nada, anything the same as Rainbow. The only actual thing that you might be able to, still be able to do good from playing Call of Duty and then moving on to Rainbow is your aim. Definitely Call of Duty will help you out with your aim on Rainbow Six Siege, no doubt about it. It's aim with a gun. It's simple. It's definitely something you can do. Call of Duty will help you out with your aim. And it might help you a little bit with the map knowledge, depending on how long you've actually played Call of Duty before. If you've been playing Call of Duty for the last 5 years of your life, and you play it daily, weekly, anything, something where you've played it enough to know that you've probably learned some maps in the game and where to go if you know where a guy's at. You've most likely, learned some shit. You've most likely learned... Sorry, there's just lots of squirrels making noise in the leaves. You've probably learned a lot about map knowledge. But Rainbow Six Siege maps are a little bit different. They're always inside. It's always kind of like more of a perfect map rather than like, the Call of Duty Ghosts map. I forget what it was called. I think it's called Free Fall. The big old building. I'm not really sure if you guys remember that, but it was like a big building that was basically all broken and it shook around and anyways, it was all beat up. It didn't even look like a building from the inside. It looked like a pile of rubble. Like, it was legit a very bad map, in my own opinion. But, Rainbow's not like that. They don't really have maps like that are, like, destroyed. It's all kind of, like, I wouldn't say perfect, but, like, enough so that you know what it is. So, if you're coming from Call of Duty from, from having it for a while, you'll definitely know that most of the maps in that game are beat up, except for, Nuketown, Black Ops 3, the Nuketown, definitely, that's a little bit different, but a lot of maps in just the Call of Duty series have been broken, smashed, just completely destroyed, maps. So, Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege is not like that. So basically, you're gonna have to come up and learn kind of how to play the game. So many squirrels. Basically having to learn how to play the game. I'm sorry, I can't concentrate on all this movement and mosquitoes. This is a really bad spot to record and a really bad time of the day. Basically what I'm trying to say is you'll have to get used to Rainbow Six Siege from Call of Duty. That is definitely for sure what you are going to have to do. Just because, for one thing, Rainbow Six Siege has security cameras that the defending team can legitimately look through and see you. So, in Rainbow Six Siege, it's a very good thing to learn the map knowledge, including the camera knowledge on that map. Knowing where all the cameras are. That way, if you're in a room and you start getting spotted, let's say you kind of forget, you know exactly where to look, and boom, got the camera, they have no idea where I'm at now. And that's like coming to the visibility of another camera, which most likely, if you have map knowledge and camera knowledge, once you've been spotted and shot at one camera, you're basically going to be remembering where all the other cameras are, and right as you enter in that room, that camera's gone. Unless your teammates already beat you to it. So that is one thing that, one thing that will definitely get you better. But I have said some things in the game, like, I met this one guy, forget his name, it was almost a year ago now, I've almost had the game for a year now. It'll be a year and 2 more months, but, almost around when I first got the game, back when I used to think, someone that had, 3 kills was a god, he was a guy that was playing pretty dang good, and his level was 5, I believe. I believe it was 5. It was 5 or 10 was his level, and I think he was at, something like 7 kills, and I remember me plugging in my mic and turning it on and saying, "Whoa, dude, is your level 5? Bro, and you got 7 kills? You're so cool." But then I remember I had asked him, "Is this like a Smurf account?" Thinking it was a Smurf account. He's like, "No, I play a lot of Call of Duty." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I said that, but when he told me that, I understood that the aim, the buttons, and the map knowledge come from Call of Duty. But when you say that you're amazing at Rainbow Six Siege because of Call of Duty, you're really, it's really, it's not very cool to have that on there just because, you've basically fucked everybody up. You've basically made anybody that knows what Rainbow is, like me, if you ever go to the pro leagues, they're going to say the exact same thing that I'm saying. Call of Duty has nothing to do with Rainbow. Like, if you ever see somebody that's like, "Dude, Call of Duty, this is like the exact same thing as Call of Duty," when you're playing in Rainbow Six Siege, basically if you say that, you're gonna trigger probably a lot of kids, adults. If you don't like that and you think it's really childish, then just don't say it, because then you'll just avoid it totally. Even though it may seem kind of childish, if you just don't say it, you'll totally avoid it. There's no real point of saying it. If you know someone's going to get triggered, if someone beats you to it, you can always plug in your mic and say, "Yeah, I agree with you," and that's, a 2-on-5 sort of deal. Well, no, it'd be a 2-on-3, whatever. Those other 3 kids could be 8 years old, and you could definitely kick their asses. Whatever, whatever. Do whatever you want. This is more my opinion and pro league players' opinions, and maybe I'd say about 40, 50, 60% of the Siege community's opinions as well. But I'm not saying that you have to follow this. I'm not saying this is necessarily true. So, before there's a whole war going on in the comment section, like, "Oh, you're such a fucking asshole for saying this shit," or like, "This is your own opinion." There's no real point. It's just my opinion and some other people's opinions as well. It's not everybody's. You don't have to, follow up in this at all if you don't want to. But, it's just kind of that one sort of thing. But basically, when someone says that about, Call of Duty, you may think that if you're a Call of Duty player, so popularity-wise, if popularity, Call of Duty's up here, Rainbow's down here. For sure, in popularity, they're definitely far from each other, for sure. But in skill level, from Call of Duty players coming on to Rainbow, so if a Call of Duty player, let's say he plays the game for 5 years, moves on to Rainbow, his skill, this is Rainbow players, the straight Rainbow players, and this is a 5-year Call of Duty player. He'll definitely be up near them. That's in Rainbow. That's just Rainbow's way of doing it. But if you now play Rainbow Six Siege for about a year, then you'll probably be around here, or maybe tied up with the Rainbow Six Siege group community. Now, if you do end up getting diamond, then you'll be about here above the average Rainbow Six Siege community. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, do not say that you're in the game from Call of Duty, because that means that you're way down here. If you're saying that you only play Call of Duty, you've only ever played it a couple times, you're going to be way down here. Siege, Call, Siege, Duty. It's basically the same, like a ginormous goddamn difference between the two. So basically, my point here is before you start going around saying, you know, I'm cool about because I play Call of Duty, so that's just why I'm so amazing at the game. It may be true, but don't. It's not 100% true. It may be, it may be somewhat. It's not. We're not saying that you got 0 of your skill from Call of Duty on Rainbow. We're not saying that. We're just saying that it's definitely not all of it, because a lot of it is your own skill, your Rainbow Six Siege skill. That dragonfly just scared the piss out of me. And it's right around my head. It's eating all the fucking mosquitoes, which I'm happy about. But basically, the whole point of this video actually, is to understand that Call of Duty and Rainbow Six Siege are very different games. They're not at all close to being the same games, and yeah, that's basically what I have to say. It's more of a map knowledge game, but as you guys can kind of see, I kind of got triggered over it, and just by talking about it on my own mind. My next video will probably be about Farming Simulator 19. The E3 just came out, so that'll be tomorrow, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.